Forest Gate Police Station. I'm Detective Sergeant Robert Sand at the Essex Police Station at the Incident Office at South Wooden Ferret in Essex. Present is a colleague.
Chapel Police Station, South Wooden Police Station.
We're interviewing Billy Jasper. Billy, would you introduce yourself to take, please?
My name is Jasper.
We specifically spoke about incidents involving the transportation of drugs and the killing of 3 people in Essex. Is it right to say that we went in your company to Essex this afternoon at 3 o'clock?
Correct.
And what was the purpose of that?
To find a place where the killer was dropped and pick back up.
Right. What we're talking about is an area in Essex which we went to under your direction. Is it fair to say that from here we went with 2 Metropolitan Police officers in a car? First of all, we went to Upminster under your direction, is that correct?
Yeah.
And where did you direct us to?
Upminster Bridge.
Right. And we went to a road just off a station road where there's a cab firm. Is that right? And you indicated the cab firm to us. What was the name of the cab firm?
Windmill.
Right. What is the reference to Windmill cabs? What is the significance of that place?
Because the first person I picked up at
Yeah.
had to meet the second person at the cab office to pick up an uncle.
Right. So, let's go right back to the beginning. What night are we talking about? What was the date? Well, we believe it to be the 6th of December in the evening. Is the evening we're talking about. Does that sound right to you?
I don't know, that's not my number.
You picked up somebody from where? The first man.
Arms up to
Who was that?
hit man.
Who was it? What was his name? Dean Ackerty. And where does Dean live?
One together.
Have you got an address for it?
Well, not by 3.
What happened there?
Left arm went to
Met him at Palms at what time?
about 10:30.
Right.
Went to Upminster Bridge cab office. Met the second fella,
Yeah. Who was the second fella?
Jesse Gale.
Jesse Gale.
Called by name by Billy Gale.
Right.
They walked around the back of the cab office. They come back with an Holdall.
What colour Holdall?
Black and gold bag. And went to where I showed you.
The lane, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was the main. It was Rectory.
That was all right down
Rectory Lane it was. Yeah. Well, you drove up the end, yeah? What happened?
dropped him off by the gates, farm gate.
Yeah.
Went down about 20 yards. Turned around, come round, pulled back.
Wait for
Wait.
What was he wearing?
Blue tracksuit and like a white sort of half neck. Over neck thing.
Yeah. What footwear did he have?
White trainers.
Any colour?
White.
Like they were.
really well.
It was gone along. Right. What was the purpose of you going down there? What was it all about? What did you understand he was going there for? Right. To buy. Did he say what?
Charlie.
Right. So he goes away. Did he have any, was he carrying anything at the time? Yeah, well. Did you see a weapon at all? Right. So he goes away. He's gone how long?
About half an hour, 40 minutes.
Right. What would the time now be?
About half 1 inch.
Right. When he comes back, what happens then?
Got 2 of them.
Yeah. What's the second order look like?
Just like a rucksack. I like that.
Yeah. Do you remember what it was like, what colour? What did he say?
Got back in the morning and said, let's go.
When you came out of that lane, you went to the end of the road. Which way did you go? When you back out on the main road? Right. And then this afternoon you took us left, took us round and roundabout. We had to come back towards Wickford. And where did you go from there?
So the south.
Whereabouts in South Woodford?
Northern to Weinbar.
What happened there?
Got 2 months.
Right. Have you seen him since?
Yeah.
Has anything been discussed? So,
No.
when I say here, we're talking about,
Government.
yeah. What did you get out of it all then?
5 grand. You get that 9? No, make the vote.
How much you got there?
I thought.
What have you done it on?
No. The killings that 3 people that were shot. When did you hear about that? The next time. How did you hear about it? How have you linked what you did the night before, or the early hours of the morning of that day? That shooting. Because it's obvious. It's obvious. Has Dean or Jesse said that to you? They were responsible for that then, or are they involved in that?
When Dean got back in the car, he picked the mobile up, I phoned Jesse Gow. I said, yeah, sweet, I've got the parcel. The word was to you at Malton.
So you're Molten?
Malton.
I understand.
What road is he? You know, Woodford Station approach.
Do you know Dean's number, mobile phone number? Have you got that to hand? Do you have to get hold of that?
Yeah.
Right. He made a call as soon as he got in the car with the 2 holdalls. Right. We'll go right back to the beginning and go through the lot again, yeah, just to make sure we cover everything. How did you first come into contact with Billy Galbraith?
Knowing you,
School or
since football.
since football? Right. What connection those people for? You used to go
Fine.
and football matches. Right. And you're good friends or yeah? How many years?
Yeah.
Yeah. When was the last time you saw?
A month ago.
The aftermath. After the incident, yeah. What was the conversation briefly about that? It wasn't like a meet or anything like that. How did he get in contact with you about this job? Yeah. He just come out, did he? And what was the context of the job? What did you tell me about?
If you still got a bit of work, you have £5,000, drive someone, drive them away.
Just drive someone somewhere and drive them back. Do you ask me for that? What do you take it to be? Just drag the job again. Yeah, alright. When,
because Gal had a meet with some fellas to do a drug deal. I turned out to be out of it.
they turned out to be our bill, and you got picked up for it, did you? What connection has that got with this? Have you got any connection? You shouldn't shoot him. No? What about Dean? How long have you known him?
7 years.
How did you make him?
Through the crowd who was saying about him.
Alright. Where's Dean from?
Woodford.
He's from Woodford, is he? We'll be able to get you details from Woodford. Yeah? His name is Gal, yeah? Yeah, no, brother. Alright. When was the last time you saw Dean?
Back.
After the shooting?
No,
Not after. You only saw him, the last time really you saw him then would have been the day of the shooting. Have you spoken to him since? On the phone? Not at all, no. In relation, you obviously met Gal, we'll call him Gal rather than Billy, prior to the job taking place. How long before did he ask you to help? Week, like literally a week before, yeah. And then, did you meet Dean between that week?
no.
The first time you met Dean was
The power.
the time when you picked him up. That was it. Right. When did you get all your instructions and that? How was that all done? Where to go and what to do? On the initial pickup?
Just direction.
That was from Dean in the car, wasn't it? What about actually going to the farm and picking him up? Where did you get those instructions from?
Okay.
Right, when did he tell you that?
Week before.
He gave all those instructions then, didn't he? Have you had contact with him over the phone or anything like that? Just to confirm that the job is still going ahead? Run him up? Didn't run you? Right, no?
The phones get tapped.
No? Right then, so the day of the job's come up, yeah? You've gone out to have your first port call, yeah? You were on your own?
Yeah.
Right, what were you driving?
Bruno Turbo.
Whose vehicle was that? It was a Nick car, wasn't it? When did that start?
Don't know, someone else supplied the car.
Right, so where did you get that car from? Right. Did he drop off to you or did you go and pick it up? Or is that location or?
Well, I picked it up.
Right, what time?
Half 9 o'clock.
Whereabouts was that?
Peacock.
Peacock Gym. How new was the car?
He read it.
Was it? What colour?
Slate grey.
Right. Oh, okay. Was there keys in it or
It was
not ready to go sort of job? No like damage to the steering or anything? Right, okay.
Did you know the pulling things from it? No.
Oh yeah, so you picked that up. Did you meet anyone there when you picked the car up? Wait, was it? Anyone else? And what, did you pay him for it or anything? Was there any justification to keep from that vehicle?
They're all little clan.
Alright, okay. And this is all arranged through Gal. Gal is you got this motor. Go through where you went from there. I know you've already gone through once, so we can make sure we don't miss nothing. You picked up the car at the gym, yeah? Go from there to your next work. Where you stop.
The park.
Went to the park.
Yeah, got the farms about half 10, like that.
How long did it take you to get from the gym to the farms? I don't know, I don't know where these places are, so.
They called it an hour.
Yeah. So you got there about 10:30, and then what happened there? Go through exactly what happened there.
Got to pick the car up. Met him about 11:15 at Palms.
Dean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took him to,
How did the meet go? You pulled up at Palms, yeah?
yeah,
Go through what happened there.
waiting there.
Just sat in the car waiting. No signal, no nothing, or what?
No. I just come out of Palms. At the bar bit.
Alright, describe it.
Think?
Yeah.
6'2", a lump.
What, bodybuild, stocky, lump or fit? Fine, okay. Is he a bodybuilder then? Is he or? No, just keeps himself killing.
And, got in the car.
Stick with your description, yeah. Is he white blood or black? White blood. What sort of hair he got?
Short hair.
Colour? Short brown hair. Has he got moustache, right. And he was wearing a
Tracksuit.
is that an all-in-one tracksuit? Shell suit or what?
Yeah.
What sort of tracksuit was it?
Cotton tracks.
The cotton tracksuit. Do you know the make of the tracksuit? Okay.
Surgical gloves.
Was he wearing them at the time when he came to the car?
Yeah.
What trainers? Reebok trainers. And what was he carrying?
Gold and black headband.
Headbag. How big? 1.5, 2 foot?
That big.
About 1.5, 2 foot, yeah. One for the hand on the top.
Yeah.
And straight. How did the bag look? Packed? Empty or?
I don't know really, not so packed. It was like a dead weight in it.
Right. Did you still with him? You asked? What do you think? How did you think the tools in it? I told you then, firearm, weapons. Do you think that now, as a result of what happened?
Shaking your head, you have to speak up. So,
Do you think that was a firearm as a result of what happened that night? Or did you think at the time that it was a firearm?
no, I didn't think at the time it was a
It was
firearm.
only as a result of what happened, and yet at the time, what do you think the issue that might be about?
Didn't think that.
No? Oh, okay.
I think it might have been manual.
Is that usual when you've done these sort of things before, someone comes to the car with the gold on, and then it turns out to be money? Is it or whatever? Okay. Alright. So he's come over to the motor. Go for what happened then.
Got in the motor. Like, started giving me direction. We went to Upminster Bridge. Met Gal. He went round the back with his old.
So Dean went with Gal.
Yeah.
They both went off together and left you in the car. Okay.
Then come back with his old. Got back in the car. Give away to Gally.
Right, so sticking with that, get to Upminster Bridge. Whereabouts at Upminster Bridge?
Well, I'll show you.
Yeah, I was about
By the
yeah,
cab
right,
office.
yeah, there's a car, sort of cab office, yeah. They go in that cab office?
No, around
the side. Do you know what's around the side? What conversation did Dean have with you or Gal then to cover what they were doing there?
What to me, what they doing?
Well, did he just say, stop the car here and then left you in the car whilst he went off? Or did they explain to you that they touched it?
I'll see you get away with him.
Yeah. So what did they say was going to go on round the corner? Or did they not want
Did
to
you
say?
I've been there?
They did tell you. Alright. And then he comes back, gives you the motor. Alright. Describe Gal to me now.
6 foot, stocky, fair white hair.
Turn to white hair.
White hair, but blondish white hair.
What were you wearing that night?
Gal has jeans, slippers.
Right, no, right. Right, slippers, train. I don't really know if you refer to slippers, do you?
Yeah, got a long short coat on like that, down to his knees, but like a multi-coloured thing.
Did you speak with Gal?
Just to see that.
Right, one thing, how old is Gal, roughly?
40,
And what about Dean?
late 30s.
Right. So Dean's in the motor, and then you drive off, yeah? And leave Gal behind. I'll go through there.
No, like to where we went to, got a bit lost on the way. Then he started giving directions, like he's already been there before. And just pull down there, pull over here, and just wait.
Alright. We'll go through that route then. Yeah, I know we went down, I think the 127, yeah, 127 we went down. Is that the route you took when we went down today and through Woodford? Is that the route you took to get there?
Yeah, we come back different way.
We came back a different way, yeah. But what's tonight? So, when you went there that night, you go to 127 and
No, we come the other way.
did you know which way was that then?
Sort of.
Through the town. Did you ever go on the 127 then?
Coming back.
Just coming back? Right. So you stick to that and then make through the town on the way there. Yeah. And it gave you directions. Alright, you eventually turn up at this time. Yeah? Did he leave anything in the vehicle?
No.
And he goes on. What time is this now?
1:30, 25 miles away.
What's his state of dress when he comes back? What's he like?
Maybe.
I think. Did you hear any shots fired or anything like that? Nothing at all. And he makes his phone call. Where did he get the mobile phone?
Dashboard.
On the dashboard. So when did that find out?
We got in the car.
Not very first time. So we left that in the car then when he went off. Alright. And he tried to get out and go through what he said to ground.
It's sorted. So you're Morgan.
Right, okay. And he was carrying when he came back out.
Two uncles.
Describe the second one again.
Like rucksack. Back strapped.
Large one, small one. Fine. About foot square. About foot and a half square, yeah. What did you get? Charlie. You got Charlie with Charlie in there.
Because as he got back in the car, without it go, he said, yeah, spoke with Charlie.
Nice, I'll do that tomorrow. Alright. Any other conversation from him? Did you drive him back? 127 way. What sort of conversation did you have with him in the car? It's quite a long time. You're saying you picked him up at 10 and you're dropping him. What time?
Just general shit.
That's 3 for hours, isn't it, really?
Just general shit.
Anything related to the job you're going to do that night? No. Nothing at all. Alright.
On the way back, earlier today, you directed us through Bell's Bridge, didn't you?
Yeah.
Tell us what happened there. We went over the bridge, got out. He got out with the head bag. Yeah. Come back with the head bag. Go back. Do you say anything? And he told you where to stop. Just say, you have to go back now, don't you? Right. What was you wearing? I don't remember. I was wearing trainers, jeans, pull over, ski top. Ski top, what do you mean like that? They're like you just pull it over, strap, tie over it and all that. What sort of trainers do you wear? Right.
Do you know any of the three that shot?
I think not. Working on doors and for other people.
Well, you know them from that. Or have you met them?
Yeah, but I know people that don't. Time there is.
The date is Wednesday the 17th of January 1995 and the time by my watch is 11:35 AM and I'm interviewing, can you give me his full name please?
William George Jasper.
The scene you took us to, that lane, yeah, are you sure that that is the right spot?
90% sure.
Why do you think that is the right spot?
Garden centre on the corner.
Right, okay. And having recognised the garden centre, you knew that there was a lane next to it. And what about where you stop up that lane? Why did you stop there? Is it?
I was told to stop there.
Yeah, but I mean, why? When we went up there, what features did you recognise that identified it as a spot where Dean's? The gates. Right. That is the only thing. Right.
In relation to that, you know when you showed us that site Yeah, those gates.
Yeah.
And then we drove down a little bit and spun round in that. It's like a farm or something there. Can you recall whether, when you was there with Dean, did you actually drive past there?
I think I done
Never went past there with him. You didn't go down that far. You're quite happy with that.
Yeah.
It was only prior to, there was definitely prior to that farm, or that turning round point, yeah? Right, okay. And then going on from that, we're now saying, whereas before, you said you went to Bellsbridge and you got out and took a bag over into a field and out of sight. You then went from there and you took him away, back to London, yeah. And then, if we just go on from there very briefly, you dropped him off, haven't you?
Yeah.
What did you do after that?
Took the car back
To
Peacock Gym.
Peacock Gym. And you left it there, did you? Did you meet anyone at Peacock Gym? No. Right, so how did you leave the vehicle?
In the forecourt next to the wall.
Right. Keys?
Above the visor.
Or anything in the vehicle?
Head bag.
The head bag. This is the one that Dean had when he first came out. Yeah. And I was seeing that thing you've given us that you saw in that head bag at the scene of the gates and that. 2 weapons. Yeah. Were they still in the head bag or had he taken them with him?
Just the shotgun.
Just a shotgun. So the 9mm Browning pistol had gone. He took that with him. Right, okay. When did he take that out?
I don't know. Probably on the way back to the car.
Right, he didn't take it out whilst he was sitting in the car with you on the way to London. Right, okay. Have you ever seen that car since? No? What do you understand's happened to the motor then?
Probably crushed.
You don't know? No. So who is it left down to sort out? Would he have done it himself, or do you think he would have?
Connection.
Yeah. Right, okay. What happened to the, obviously you're saying that he brought back a rucksack of some sort, yeah? And he described in the very first interview we had, it was like a foot and a half square rucksack, yeah? Small size like. Where did that go?
He got out with it.
He got out of it when you dropped him off. Do you know where that went from there? Do you know what happened?
As he got out of the car with the rucksack, Gal see us pull up outside the wine bar.
Yeah.
Gal come out, then give him the rucksack, then got into a green coloured Rover, new shape, drove off. Then went into the wine bar.
So you and Gal got into the Rover, and then Dean went in the white bowl the other, yeah? So Gal's taken the bag
Rucksack.
into the rucksack into the Rover and then gone.
Yeah.
Is that his Rover?
No.
Right, okay. Do you know where it went from there? Have you heard what happened to it since then? Did you get any of that gear at all?
Couple of snorts.
Yeah? When was that? Is that when did you
Next
get
night.
Next night. Right, and you got $5,000 for doing that, for transporting that. And who paid you the 5?
Dean,
And where was that?
in the cars here at Morton's.
Right. Was that an arranged meet or what?
Yeah.
And how was that done?
Through Gal.
Alright. So how did that get sorted out? And how did you hear about it? Go through that with me.
Pulled up at Morton's, then got out, Gal come out, then give him the bag, Gal got in the Rover, then carried on into the pub. Gal pulled up the side of the car, undone the window, and he said to me, right, take the car back, meet Dean in there tomorrow night at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock in Moulton's.
Yeah.
Alright. Did you go there with anyone? Right, okay. Where's the $5,000 now? Do you bang that up or what?
Spent it.
What, a lot?
Really?
It's quite a lot of money, isn't it, in 4 weeks?
Not really.
I suppose it goes, isn't it?
Especially on drugs.
Yeah.
How much you pay for your drugs in it?
300 quid a bag.
As much as it?
What's it go? Well, you heroin, is it?
Rocks.
Yeah. What's that, £100 a time or?
200 quid a time on rocks, 100 quid a time on brown.
Yeah. Soon go on that then, wouldn't it? A couple of weeks will be gone, wouldn't it?
Couple of bits of clobber.
So you've known Gal for about 10 years
Yeah.
and Dean for about 7 or so, isn't it? Yeah. When was it all of this arranged about picking up the gear and everything?
Week before.
Right, so if we say, you mentioned the 5th, or the actual incidents that we're concerned with are obviously the 6th and 7th, which is a Wednesday, Thursday. So what sort of time, what sort of date would you put? End of November, middle of November? You got into December. When you think back, and sort of what day of the week it was, what sort of? Because I know you had a meeting in a restaurant or something.
At the end of November, something like that. I'm not too keen on the dates.
Right, okay. And then how did it all start up then? Phone calls, call around the house, or what? How did it all go ahead? Right from the beginning.
See Gal in Morton's. He said, "Do you want to come down to the Mexican gaff?" Went down there, sitting in there having a drink. Then come in, sat at the table and started talking.
And that was the first you knew of it, was it? Alright, okay. How was his name brought into impact in that?
Because little words were slipped up, you know what I mean?
What whilst you were discussing it in the restaurant? Right, because obviously it's quite in depth in it, the first couple of pages on the history on what the job was all about and everything. I mean, where did all that come out?
Well, half and half, you know what I mean? In the restaurant. Patsy ain't too happy. He had a word, he's got in touch with me, blah blah blah.
Right. Yeah, just trying to establish really, mate, on how it all comes up, you know. We've got to try and picture everything from the beginning, haven't we? How the whole thing's set up. Because obviously if we're going to go and speak to these people, we need to know before we get there the whole event as it's happened. So we know whether they're lying to us or not. We talk to them.
The meeting that took place in the restaurant, where they're discussing the fact that they could rob them. Yeah. What was the exact conversation really?
Dean said to Gail, "Well, why don't we rob them?" Gail said there'd probably be too many comebacks. And Dean said, "We'll take them out of the game."
What did you mean by that, taking out the game? What did you understand that to mean?
Put them out their misery.
Kill them?
Yeah. Gail turned around and said, "No, just rob them."
And what was your feeling?
Oh,
It wasn't down to you that you was...
I just thought that they was going to do a deal.
Yeah.
Obviously somewhere along the line they've changed their mind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, when you look at what you're saying, you're all sitting there and they're saying they're gonna, you know, talking about killing them. Gets a bit serious, doesn't it?
Not really.
Well, I view it seriously,
but I've been brought up like that.
But was you more to the point? I mean, how far were you willing to go if it came to killing them?
I wouldn't have gone.
If you knew they was going to be killed, you wouldn't have gone. But providing they was going to be robbed, you'd be willing to go.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm not trying to trip you up, but I mean, all this is going to be of evidential value sooner or later, isn't it? And I just want to get it clear. Because some people might say, well, hang on a minute, it might be you that sort of set it up. You know, that you might be in a bit deeper than what you're saying. You know? You're shaking your head, but even, I mean, is this right, what's in your statement? Because here it says that, you know, there's a dispute over the money, that there's money owed, that they're going to rip them off for the drugs. Yeah?
Yep.
And then Gail said, we can rob them. So we can't rob them as there will be comebacks. So Dean said, we might as well take them out of the game. And Gail said, let's just rob them. Gail said to me, Bill, do you want to earn five large ones, $5 grand presumably, to drive them? So at that stage, you were still happy that it was going to be
A robbery.
a robbery. Right. I've had a brief look at this statement that you've made of your own. When did you make it? Just last night? I know you started it yesterday, but did you finish it last night or did you finish it this morning?
Last night, this morning.
Right. There's quite a bit in there. They'll become an exhibit later on. But is everything you've said in this true?
100%.
Another thing I want to ask you, have you ever been in Essex before?
No, not really.
Well, have you ever been in Essex before? I'll ask you again because I'm not sure whether you have or whether you haven't.
Well, I've been in Essex, Chelmsford.
Have you? When was that? What, Chelmsford Prison?
Oh, Chelmsford, Chelmsford Village.
Shelmer Village. When was that?
Last year sometime.
Right. What was that for?
Go to the funeral.
Was it? Have you ever been through Rattendon before?
No.
or South Woodham, or Battlesbridge. So you're 100% right up front on all this.
I'm just getting pissed off with this because you just keep fucking saying I'm 100%, I'm 100%. It's my fucking life that's at risk. I ain't wasting fucking time, you know what I mean? People in the court cells know that Essex police are coming to take me away, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm going to go back to the fucking prison and say, Jasper was in court, Essex police coming to take
Well, I
me.
know, I mean, let me assure you that your safety is being considered and that things are being discussed today with my supervisory officers this afternoon. And
100%.
we was considering perhaps taking you out, right? Just to see if you can go over the route you took and everything, and have another look at that lane, because when we went up there it was thick fog, wasn't it? Just to sort of reassure yourself and reassure us that you've got the right spot.
I've got the right spot.
But do you agree that when we went up there it was dark and it was foggy?
Yeah. And when I went up there before it was fucking dark and misty.
Was it? Is it worth us taking you out? Just to have a look round?
It's up to you.
I think it might pay just to go up, because we've been down there, right? And we've been down there like in daylight, and you get a totally different picture, you know what I mean? That's what I said to you earlier about identifying the gate.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only thing you're going by.
Garden centre, because as we went past
Oh,
the
yeah.
garden centre, I said you left here.
Yeah, yeah. But there are some like similar sort of roads down there, you know? So I think it might well pay to take him out and just check that out.
It's not that we doubt you or anything like that. We're just trying to sort of, because you sort of, when we're coming down here from
I know what you're
Stratford,
I know what you're trying to do. You're just trying to fucking trick me. That's what you're trying to
No,
do.
we're
If you
not.
don't want it, then we fucking forget
No.
it. We rip the piece of paper up, and you can go and fucking fish.
Stratford, yeah, down here. You said you'd been to Rayleigh before. Yeah, because you were sitting in the back of the car and you went, oh, it's down here on the left, and I said, no, it's the right. And you said, no, it's left if you're coming from the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where's that from? I mean, obviously no Rayleigh then, didn't you?
Yeah,
So that's it. So in the back of my head, like I think, well, you just said you're not from Essex.
Yeah, we'll come down here, do some feeding.
Right. So have you ever been in here before?
No.
In this neck? Right.
Because when you come out the train station, you come up the top of the hill.
Yeah.
It's up that way. But when you're looking out that way, it's on the right, on the left.
Yeah, train station's up there, isn't it?
Train station's from the front, to the right, to the left, down the hill.
So you've been here before. That's the only thing we're getting at, because you mentioned Rayleigh and you knew Rayleigh, and you're not. I've never been to Essex before, so we think, well, hang on, you just say you mentioned Rayleigh. So it's only because you've been down here before. How long ago was that then?
A couple of weeks.
You were down here a couple of weeks ago.
About a week.
Oh, really? Oh, that's soon, really then. Do you go anywhere else?
No.
Just sort of like this Rayleigh area, was it? Oh, anyone with you?
Cab driver.
Oh. Or he came down with you, or he brought you down here?
777-300.
Oh, so is that a local cab firm, is it? What, for here, or?
For here.
Is it? Oh, I got a good memory.
I've got a very good memory.
How many times have you been down here?
Once.
That was about a week ago.
Yeah.
But you came down on a train?
Yeah.
Right. So you would have gone through Battlesbridge? Don't know where that line goes, I presume it does.
I don't know.
No.
No, it's a branch line, isn't it?
Didn't go through Battlesbridge.
No, it's a branch line, isn't it? Oh, mate.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I was sort of thinking, hang on. And that's the only way I asked you, mate, yeah? Straight up.
I came down here to get a cab to rob him. But he ended up giving me money anyway. I took him to Romford, and I took him to the East End.
So what happened there then? Did you rob him or didn't you?
No, never.
But you say he give you some money?
Yeah. I made out I needed some money. I fannied him, conned him.
Right.
So he helped you out, sort of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
About 40 quid.
Result?
it's easy to talk it. You're right, you happy the way you've been treated and everything? I know, I keep saying that, and I know you're getting pissed off because you're turning around and you're saying to us, well look, I'm trying to help you out, but you're treating me like, as though you've done something wrong. You know, as though you was a prisoner in our custody. Well, you are, and I mean, that has come as a result of what you said, hasn't it? But, as I say, really, there's got to be a decision made as to how we're going to treat you, isn't there? And I just hope that you can perhaps bear with us with that. But I mean, from what you said, I mean, at the time, this is what this conspiracy is, that you were sitting there and that you was quite willing to sort of pick up some drugs and bring it all the way over here. But what we're saying is that you're the only one that's told us that. So it could all be made up. No, listen, it could all be made up, or it could all be true, and we've got to bear in mind, and I quite agree, that it's information that you're giving us and that you've come forward. I'm just trying to keep it in perspective, you know. I don't want you sitting down the cells worrying yourself as to what's going to happen. You know a fair bit about the law, I would imagine, and you know what can be proved and what can't be proved and all the rest of it, can't you? I think in the meantime what we'll do is we'll get you taken out just to have another look along that road, and just to make sure. I know you told me you're 100% sure, but it won't hurt a double check in daylight because the lighting was bloody terrible that night we went down there.
Time is just kind of 9 minutes past 12.